The Pittsburgh Steelers just were placed in a tough situation. I mean, the Steelers have a really hard decision to make. And the player that I'm talking about is Cole Holcomb. And if you're paying attention, the Steelers have really poured resources into the inside linebacker position lately. And that's largely due to GM Omar Khan really making it a priority during his tenure in Pittsburgh. But now it's kind of time to make some hard decisions. And what's up? If you're new to the channel, I'm a Bears fan. My name's Sean. I have a successful channel, but I just love covering NFL football. Justin Fields became a Steeler, really brought me into your team, and I want to provide an insider's view, an unbiased view of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hit the subscribe button if you're interested and join our community here. So let's look into this a little bit. Going into the 2023 season, it was obvious that the Steelers had to do something at the inside linebacker position. So what did they do? The Steelers brought in Landon Roberts, Cole Holcomb, and Quan Alexander. I mean, it looked great at the outset, but then you see Holcomb and Alexander, both of these guys going down with serious injuries. Dunzo for the season. And then you step into last season, you're looking at Patrick Queen coming over from the rival Ravens. Love that guy. He's an absolute beast for you guys. And then Peyton Wilson, he gets drafted. Wilson's got a nonstop motor, another quality player. So looking really good at that spot, right? Roberts, he actually added some quality plays as well. He was really solid. So now coming into this season, what do you do with Cole Holcomb? I mean, he was out all last year due to that nasty knee injury that he had from the previous year in 2023. I think he hasn't played football in a year and a half. And I think that injury was against the Titans, right? But anyways, he hasn't played in a year and a half. So we forget that when he went down, though, this guy was actually leading the Steelers in tackles. And the guy signed through 2025. Cutting him right now would save about $6 million. But the question is it that simple? Team insider Ray Fittipaldo, he doesn't think so. And I'm going to go to the story on Steelers Depot. It's just a really good piece on this. If you get a chance, just read it in its entirety. But I'm going to be referencing this. And Fittipaldo, he shared this on the North Shore Drive podcast about his belief that Holcomb is a bit of a special circumstance. And I'm just going to quote directly. Cole Holcomb is maybe a bit of a special circumstance. I think you could save yourself around $6 million there. I think you could do that in a way, though, where you cut him, you bring him back in on an adjusted salary. That's a possibility. So you might not recoup the entire $6 million there, but I do think that's another move that could be had as well. And he's talking about maybe bringing him back at a discounted rate. As this time away, is it really going to cause teams to be beating down the door for him due to these recent injuries? And if he returns to form, man, what a deep locker room, right? So essentially, Fittipaldo, he's suggesting that Holcomb would be taking a pay cut, and the move would also lower his cap hit from $7.6 million for the 2025 season. It would really lower that. And there's also such a thing as rewarding players who are loyal, players that are easy to deal with, right? Holcomb already restructured his deal during the 2024 season, so maybe he'll respond to this glut of talent in your inside linebacker room and maybe take a team discount, maybe lower his salary a little bit. But beyond that, there's also some other decisions to make, right? You've got Roberts. Roberts is scheduled to be a free agent. Very unlikely that you're going to have Holcomb and Roberts both be on the roster in 2025. They might have to choose, and I think they actually have to. Roberts had a really nice year. You got Wilson and Queen. They're most likely going to be the top two inside linebackers on this team, rightfully so. While whoever remains in Pittsburgh between Holcomb and Roberts, they would be the third option, right? And the Steelers from just a few years ago, they had so many issues with the inside linebacker position. Now you've got abundant talent at this position. I mean, it's a good problem to have. No matter what the final result is on Holcomb, whatever the final result is on Roberts, you guys are in such a good spot. So let's kind of look at Cole Holcomb. Let's see if maybe he can return to his old form. The guy played and started in 8 games with the Steelers. That's back in 23. At that time, he had recorded 54 tackles and 2 forced fumbles. He was off on just a tear, one of the better actual defensive players in general in the league at that point. But then he just had that rough injury. And I think, like, reading a lot, like researching this team a ton, I think a large portion of the fan base right now are hoping that the organization finds a way to keep Holcomb around in this upcoming season in 2025. You can argue that a player should never lose their job due to injuries, but this is the NFL. Super interesting to see how the organization treats with this situation. Hopefully, some sort of new deal can be worked out with Holcomb, and Roberts can be kept on a team-friendly deal. And as Steeler fans, you guys can have your cake and eat it too. So you guys let me know in the comments who should be the number 3 linebacker on this team, Cole Holcomb, or should we give it over to Roberts? You guys let me know. At the very least, I want to see what Roberts wears, what kind of getup he has on when he shows up for training camp, because last year it was a hoot. So you guys let me know what you think. And I thank you for watching. Let's build this channel together, and I will see you soon. See you.